Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Alright, so today we are talking about the ever so popular Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette vault collection. But it's not all four palettes. We're talking about just one of the four palettes. So, gotta dive in baby steps, little by little. I'm sure other YouTubers already, blessed you with all the four palettes, it showed you all the vault collection, but in this channel, in my channel, we're going to talk about just one palette, and that is going to be the Bling Boss palette. So that is the cover, and the Bling Boss palette on the cover has purple little confetti looking thing along with little silver confetti looking things. All right, so that is the cover, and it's Bling Boss because on the binder it says Bling Boss. Alright, so that's what we'll be talking about today. If you're interested on me talking about this palette, my thoughts, my opinions, and of course, doing this makeup look as we talk about it, then stick around and we'll start the video without further ado. Alright, so before I start, go ahead and click subscribe down below, join the Kwak fam, turn on that bell, and if you haven't already, yeah, click subscribe. Alright, let's start. So first I'm taking the color Hush Hush, which is that color right there. And I'll be placing that pretty much like kind of all over my lid, but not really. So like right there. So I'm not like really placing it all the way up to my brow bone. But like I said, kind of all over my lid. The pigmentation isn't that bad so far. I mean, I am like really like, not really like swiping the shadow, but more like packing it on and swiping it at the same time, so that might help. But so far, I'm liking the pigment. It's not bad at all. Alright, so after you have that all over your lid, we're taking the next color. So next, taking the color Berry Treasure, which is that right there. Going to take some of that on like a fluffy brush like this one and place that. Now the pigment and the color on this one is not really the same color as I thought it would be. Maybe it's because I need to pick up a little bit more. Okay, yeah. I feel like some of these shadows, they might be a buildable thing, not like pigment like right when you apply it, which isn't a bad thing. So I'm like pretty much immediately noticing like the Berry Treasure color. When you look at it, it has like different sparkles and specks on it, but when applying it with the dry brush, you really don't see any sparkles on it, to be honest. It looks like a matte color. Kind of disappointing, to be honest, because this color is actually really pretty in the pan, but I'm not getting any sparkles. Like, I am not getting any sparkles. If you guys know a better way to use this, then tell me down below in the comments, because this is kind of disappointing, I'm not gonna lie. But, not... I was gonna say I'm not mad about it, but, where's the sparkle? I don't see it. Am I just applying this wrong? I mean, I'm using a brush, using a makeup brush, so let me know down below if you know a better way to apply this, because honestly, not seeing any sparkles, and a girl's gotta have her sparkles, if you know what I mean. Alright, so the next color I'm picking up is Rockstar, which is that color right there. Apply that like so. Now this color goes on pretty nicely. Alright, I am liking Rockstar. Okay, so this is what we have going on so far, and yeah, so far not too bad. I mean, the whole like glitter situation with the shade Berry Treasure, it is kind of annoying because it's such a gorgeous color. I mean, a little finger swatch for you guys. Of course, finger swatches, I mean, I was gonna say they cannot be trusted, but they are, at the end of the day, still a form of swatch. Maybe it's because I need to use my fingers. I'm not sure, but does that even show on camera? The glitter bits that has, that's in the shadow. Hopefully it's showing. My camera's kind of weird. Alright, so maybe I'll put like a better view on the side here or over there of what I'm talking about, but it's really pretty in the pan and really pretty when I finger swatch it. But for some reason when I use the brush, it's like there is no glitter or shimmer or any of that stuff. Like literally none of it. It's like a black eyeshadow. That's all it is. It's just a plain black matte eyeshadow. And it is quite disappointing. So, well, that kind of sucks. Alright, so, speaking of glitter, my eyes are missing glitter. So, I gotta put some of that on. So, I'm going to actually put on some glitter. Alright, so, taking my Instant Age Rewind by Maybelline, going to just dab that right on the center of my lid to create a blank canvas. Alright. Like, honestly and literally right on the center. Like, just go plop, 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 right? Okay, so that should be quite enough. I'm sure like 1 or 2 dabs will do, but I'm just going crazy with it. Alright, and kind of like blend that out a little bit with your fingers. Alright, so I'm going to use the shade Glitz and Glam. So just taking my finger, picking up some Glitz and Glam, going to dab that right where I place the concealer. And I kind of want to, you know, make the shimmer shade fade out a little bit. So I did pat it on and I'm kind of like fading it out with my fingers. Just to define my eyes just a little bit, I'm going to take that color Mystique, which is this on this upper corner, and take that and place it right where my crease would be, or crease is. You know what? Let's just use another shimmer shade. So taking the shade Ballsy right there, we're going to just plop that on our inner corner. So pick some of that up. You know what I'm noticing with these shimmer shades, and I know a lot of people say shimmer works best with your fingers, but honestly, sometimes I don't mind using my fingers for, you know, applying eyeshadows, but sometimes I wish I can just use the brushes for that. But we shall go in with the finger and kind of plop that color right on my inner corner. See, had I used a brush, it would be such a precise application, because using your fingers, honestly, is not, and if I can say this, will never be a precise application. So, alright you guys, I am back with the rest of my face put on, the rest of my face placed on my face. Yeah, anyway, so I'm back with the rest of my makeup put on, and I kind of went for a more dark goth look, I guess. I mean, it kind of looks kind of gothy because the lips are pretty dark, and I did add a little bit of like gold to it. So yeah, here is the finished look using the palette. Where did I put it? Using the Bling Boss palette. Alright, and I did add other touches to it. If you can tell, there is glitter on my eye, and that glitter is not from the palette. It's actually, where did I put that? I am not sure. It is a Urban Decay, Urban Decay product. Found it. Alright, so it's an Urban Decay product, and it's called Midnight Cowboy. Just a gold glitter. Just kind of swipe that more on the inner corner, and I also put that kind of like drew a gold glitter line right where my crease is. Not all the way towards the end, but you know, halfway. Of course, in my lower lash line area. So yeah, so let's talk about my thoughts and opinions about this palette. First of all, oh, I already made it a little bit dirty. Oops. Alright, so no worries. First of all, it is overall, I'll give it probably like I don't know, like 3.5 stars, I guess. 3.5. I want to give it maybe 4 or 5 stars, but I think I'll give it 3.5 stars. Reason for that, number one, I mean, packaging is nice, okay, it's wonderful, you know. The first thing is, yes, it does come with a mirror, as you can tell right there, but the mirror really isn't, I mean, like, it's a good, decent sized mirror, but honestly, if I can pick and choose, I'd rather have the mirror, like, completely, you know, see how the mirror is, like, kind of, you have that thick border, do you see that, right, that thick gray border? If I can make it, then I'll make it so that the mirror is actually, you know, covering the entire surface. Maybe if I, like, peel back this, little gray border, I can get a bigger mirror surface. I might try that later. We'll see. But yeah, that's the first thing I noticed. I'm just kind of like, kind of whatever about it. What else? I should write these down before I actually start filming. So number 2 is, so normally when I put on my eyeshadow, I like to have like a, kind of like a base color. And I know everyone's base color is different, so I can't speak for everyone, but I'm just talking about my own thoughts, my own opinion. And I do wish there was like a, you know, like a neutral nude color for me to put on my eyes, just kind of like all over. Normally when I do my eyes, I do put like a base all over it. And I didn't show you guys, but I did put on a base color, not from that palette, but I used the color from the Dominique Cosmetics palette, her latte palette. So that I did use, but I didn't film that part because we were focusing on this palette right here. Alright, so that's number 2. Number 3 is obviously the glitter. You know, I did pick up the Berry Treasure earlier with the brush, and although it did pick up, you know, some pigment, that's not what I was looking for, if you know what I mean. I was looking for some glitter, some shimmer, some glitz, some glam, and when I picked it up with the brush, none of it showed up. None of it showed up on my eyes. I mean, they do say, you know, glitter shadows work best with they do say glitter shadows work best with your fingers, but honestly, which is all fine and dandy, but honestly, I want to be able to pick and choose when I want to use my fingers for glitter swatches, shimmer shadows, what have you, or if I want to use a brush, a wet brush, a dry brush. And yes, they are all different forms of putting on glitter, and they will come out differently whether you use a wet brush, dry brush, fingers. But regardless of which method you use, they should all work. And from my experience, using a brush, the glitter shimmer in that Berry Treasure color shade did not work, okay? So that was very disappointing. What else? And that's, you know, that's actually a really pretty color, so I'm pretty disheartened by that. What else? I'm sure people will say the palette is white, it can get dirty, blah, blah, blah. Whatever, just wipe it up if it gets dirty. It is a gloss finish, so it shouldn't be too difficult to clean up, I guess. I guess that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, those were the 3 main points that I found that kind of bothered me, but overall it's not too bad. Am I like completely satisfied with this like color story? I do like the color story, don't get me wrong, but I feel like it can use maybe like 1 or 2 different shades in there. It's just my own thoughts, my own opinions, alright? So, other than that, that's pretty much it, and this is the final look. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you do like videos like this, please go ahead and like the video, give it a big thumbs up. Of course, if you aren't already subscribed and a part of the Kwak fam, why don't you click subscribe down below, join the Kwak fam, and you can follow me on my social media, all the good stuff, Instagram, Snapchat, da-da-da-da. All links are down below for your convenience, and yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Alright, so I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful night, wherever you are. I will talk to you next time. Alright, bye!